Here are three effects you can use to make incredible scenes right in After Effects.
And for effect effect, we are going to be using cie_cylinder. So you can see I have 4 posters here. And first of all, I'm just going to select all of them and just make sure that they are aligned properly like this. And just make sure that they are evenly separated or evenly spaced. And I'm going to pre-comp that layer. Now I'm going to my effect and preset panel here. And I'm just going to type in cie_cylinder. I can see it looking like this. So next I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring out the radius a little bit more so that it can just be wider than our character here. So something like this is okay. Now I can open up my position here and I can actually start repositioning it however I want. So let's bring it down a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to my rotation now and I'm just going to rotate it so I can also see the back. So we can see the front and the back like this. Now I'm going to the beginning of my composition and I'm going to make a keyframe on my Y rotation. I'm just going to arrange it so that this guy will be in the front of the image like this, or something like this. And I'm just going to come to around 2 seconds here, click that till this dog is in front of my composition here like this. As you can see, it's a little bit dark, so I can come to my light here and I can just increase our light intensity and I can just drop our light height so it's a little bit closer and our background is a little and our image is a little bit clear. So I'm just going to do something like this. So something like this is okay. I'm going to go to my render setting here and I'm just going to change the render to outside. So now you can see only the ones that are on the outside are visible. I'm going to duplicate this layer, bring this one below our guy layer here. It's our guy here. And I can change the render to inside and I can see it's back. So if I hit the two of them, let's open up our keyframes and I'm just going to hit up the keyframe and just make the outgoing keyframe a little bit faster. If we play that back now, we have something that looks cool like this. Now for the next one,
So before we go forward, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If this video helps you in any way, you can join my motion design community. The link is in the video description. Let's jump back into the video.
I'm going to be working on ripple effects. First of all, I'm going to get my rectangle layer here and let's zoom out a bit. I have a circle and I'm just going to go to my rectangle here. I'm just going to draw a simple rectangle like this. Now I'm going to my align tab and I just want to align that to the center of my composition like this. I'm going to open up my rectangle, go to rectangle part here and I'm going to convert it to the Bezier part. Now I'm going to go back here and I want to just select the angles here and let's open up our part here. I just want to move that down somewhere around here. Let's open our title action safe. I'm just going to bring that to the middle here. I'm going to do the same thing for this, bring that to the middle here. We have something like this. Now I'm going to my effect and preset tab here, and I'm just going to type in ripple and just apply ripple here also. Then let's change this color. Let's get some form of this, and let's take one here, something that looks like this. And I can just change my gradient to something that looks like this. And I'm just going to bring this inward here, pick this and drag that outward. So we have a cool looking gradient like this. Now let's bring this to below our circle layer here. And on my ripple here, I'm going to change my wave speed to 1.2, increase this wave height to 100. Then I can now increase my radius also to 100 and I'm going to increase my whip height to 85. Okay, so now we have something that looks like this. It's a very, very cool effect. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select this layer here. I'm going to duplicate that. Now I'm going to my pen tool here and I'm just going to open that up, open up content, rectangle, and I'm going to path here so that I can just bring this one inside and bring this one inside also. You can also zoom in and bring these places closer together like this. Now, in my color here, I'm just going to change this to white and click on OK. Now, when we go back, we have something that looks cool like this. Now, I'm just going to left click here, go to layer styles, and I'm just going to add a simple drop shadow. Let's open up our drop shadow settings, and I'm just going to use something that is closer to like red for this part, and I'm just going to increase my spread and increase my size. And I can now drop the opacity a little bit more. So now we have this cool looking animation already, but it's not looking like it's moving. And to do that, we need to add a camera. So if I can create a new camera And the next, you're going to create new null objects. I'm going to link my camera to my null object here. And at the beginning here, I'm going to make sure that all these my shape layers are all 3D layers. And also my null is a 3D layer also. So I'm going to open the position of my null, make a keyframe on the position. I'm just going to move that to around 1 second here. Now for my initial frame, I want it to be outside. So I can just take this and I'm just going to drag that outside my frame like this. I'll come here to around 20 seconds now, and I'm going to create a new null object. And I'm going to link this my null to my new null here. Open up the position, make sure it's 3D layer also. And I'm going to make a keyframe here. I'm going to come down to somewhere around here for around 2 seconds here. And I'm going to zoom that in again. Now I'm going to select all these my layers here, and I'm just going to add easing to them. So if I play that back now, we have this cool looking animation. And let's add another new null. In our position, make a keyframe, come down here, and just link that first. Then just move that back a little. Then let's create our last null object. And like the same thing, P, make this 3D layer. And I'm just going to link that to this. Open our position property, make a keyframe, come here, and just drag that out. And now we have something that looks amazing, just like this. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about is cie_cie_�𝗍𝗪. And for cie_cie_��𝗪, all I just need is a new adjustment layer. And I'm going to apply cie_cie_�𝗍𝗪 on my adjustment layer. Now, you're going to see that you're going to have like simulated raindrop effects all around your timeline like this. Now, I just need to change the drip fluid and reduce that to like 0.3 or something like that. Now, the longevity is how long it's going to last. So I want it to just last a bit longer. So let's go with like 3.4, 3.5 something. This is displacement is by how much I want our cie_cie_�𝗍𝗪 to distort our original image here. So I can just increase that to somewhere around 60. Then spreading it by like the spreading of the drip effect. So I'm just going to increase that like 153 so that it like increases a little bit more. And for ripple height, that's like the height of our ripple, I'm just going to put 18. Now, I know that you might not be able to see some things properly here, but you have your light effect here that you can use, and this uses the effect light of the effect. But I don't want that. You can also increase the intensity of the effect light from here and everything you want to do, but I don't want that. What I want you to do is I want to create more lights. So I'm just going to select E lights here. So it's going to disable these parts. Now I'm going to create a new light, and you see point light here, and just click on OK. Now I can see that everything now is dark apart from this place that the light is. And I can now start adjusting my lights. I want it to be a little bit further away. Let's bring that down a little bit more. Okay, so inside our light effects here, you can go to light options, and I'm just going to increase our light intensity a bit so that it's a little bit more brighter. So something like this. I think we should drop this a little bit more. And what I can now do here is I can now change the color of the lights. I don't want it to be pure white. I want it to have like a hint of blue inside or something like this. And it's looking cool. Now I play that back now, you can see we have this simulated rain effect right here.
So thank you for watching that video. What do you think? Let me know in my comment section. Please remember again to like, share, and subscribe. I'm about to get to 5,000 subscribers, and I'll be really grateful if you guys can get me over the edge. It enables me to make more videos just like this. And now that I've learned how to make this amazing animation, you can check out this one right here, or you can check out this one right here. I'll catch you in that video. Peace.